Last video, I completely upgraded my outdated living room, replacing basically everything and spending just over $4,300 Canadian. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend you guys pausing this, watching that video, then coming back here so you can experience the full transformation. Today's video is all about finishing what I started last episode, so I'll be adding the finishing touches to bring my dream living room together. Today, I'll be adding the accent table that's much needed and a bunch of smaller decor pieces like this Astro Boy here to add some personal touches and make this room truly feel like a home. And then later in the video, I'll be breaking down some of my favorite budget-friendly pickups that I've made throughout these last 2 videos. And of course, disclosing to you guys exactly how much I spent on everything in this living room. This is by far my best transformation that I've done yet, and easily one of my favorites. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And if you guys do, make sure to leave a like, share this video with a friend that's maybe building their own living room. And let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Hi guys, I already told y'all last episode, there's a whole bunch of mess. As beautiful as this living room looks, it's not gonna look that good if you first have to walk into the house and see all of this mess. So first plan is literally just trying to get this area as clean as possible. This might take me a few hours if I'm being honest. So although the living room's over here, we're gonna be over there for a little bit working. I also wanna try and clean out the shoe closet because there's a ton of shoes. I won't lie, this is the least fun part of a transformation, so I don't even wanna talk about it anymore. Let's just get to it. Oh, this looks like so many pieces. Y'all can definitely hear I was not excited about this, especially knowing that I had 2 of these to set up. Basically what these are some new shoe storage for my closet, and this is gonna help us out a ton to be able to declutter the stairs area as well as the entrance before the living room. And as you can see, these are pretty tall, and that's because we have a ton of shoes. Once I got those set up, I nearly gave myself a heart attack because almost dropped my camera. Oh, crazy save. Let's do this right this time. Yeah, I almost broke my camera. Jump scare aside, I forgot that I have to clear out this closet first. So here's a little montage of that. And once I actually got the shoe stands in there, this closet was a lot more optimized, you can see. And I even added 2 puck lights so that it's easier to see in here. Overall, I'd say this was a W upgrade for the price. Now let's get to the living room. The first step over here is actually cleaning off our old TV stand because I'm gonna try and sell it on Facebook Marketplace. You can see we have some ancient tech over here. We have multiple VCRs, DVD players, an Xbox 360 and a PS2 Slim. Some of this stuff we are keeping, but some of it we are also donating. Thank God we got these IKEA cabinets in the last episode because without them, we would not be able to keep this area nearly as decluttered. And for all you freaks out there in the comments, I know I got cake, but you can't take a bite, so stop looking. Just pay attention to the transformation. Anyways, once I got this area decluttered and organized, it was time to move on to the next step. I finally added our first new addition for this episode. Well, for the living room that is, and it was this storage ottoman. I really am a huge fan of this addition. I feel like it fills the space perfectly. It also matches color-wise with our accent chairs and table. Not to mention will also be another good way to declutter and have a place to put some of our blankets. Next, it was time to set up the one thing that I've actually been waiting weeks for, which was the accent table to finally finish off this kind of cozy area that we have here. And this was by far the easiest setup that I've had yet. So I even took the time to set up the sunset lamp, a diffuser, and some coasters. And I also added these little Mickey hands that I got from AliExpress. Actually, a lot of the smaller decor items that I'm adding are from AliExpress, just like this Astro Boy figurine right here. All in all, this chill area is finally finished, and I feel like it's looking pretty smooth. Can't lie, it looks really good. Now it's time to switch out this poster that I mentioned I was going to do in the first episode, and I just feel like this one fits my vibe a little bit better. Then it was time to cozy up this room even more by adding some curtains. I feel like these have been much needed since I've taken out the last ones. But as you can see, these ones are green and just kind of plays into that cozy nature vibe that I've been going for. And guys, I know I say this a lot, but this room is really starting to come together. I feel like there's only one more major transformation that I want to make in here, and it's getting rid of this mirror first and foremost and trying to build out my own stylized gallery wall. And guys, if I'm being honest, the reason this video took so long is because it took these posters forever to come in. But once it was a new and fresh day, I did exactly that and started by taking down this mirror, which I just feel like did not fit this space anymore, and started on the gallery wall. Now, if I'm being honest, guys, I literally had no actual plan going into this. I had all the things I wanted, but just didn't really know where I was placing them. So I actually just started by centering out the mirror and then literally placing the insides of each poster frame, just kind of feeling it out and putting things wherever I felt like it looked the best. I just feel like a gallery wall doesn't need to be perfectly spaced out and aligned and even. It just feels a little bit more natural to the eye when things are kind of randomly placed, if that makes sense. I know this seems like an insane method and just a quick way to literally mess up your walls, but as you can see from the way that I'm building it out, I'm trying to keep it even but uneven at the same time. and make sure that everything just flows nicely into each other. And I think overall, with every little piece that I added, it turned out much better than I expected. So a little pat on the back for myself. Hopefully you guys like it as much as I do. Guys, now that the final upgrades are in place, I want to just quickly go over some of my favorite pickups. These are the pieces that really changed the space for me in terms of impact and price. And honestly, I think they can do the same for your own living room. First up are these wall panels. Now, if you guys watched part 1, then you know I was pretty salty about how much I had to spend there. And that's actually funny enough because I had to buy a saw as well. But the saw didn't even end up working, so if we subtract that from the cost, these were just about $360 Canadian. And just to put this price into perspective, I spent less on these wall panels than I did the couch, the TV. The accent chairs were around a similar price, and even less than my next upgrade. The impact they made, both in terms of style and how much it's affected the room, I think this is probably the best value pickup that you can get by far. Speaking of value, my next favorite pickup has to be these 2 TV stand cabinets from IKEA. Now, while I was searching the web, basically every TV stand that was this big and one that I liked was easily over $1,000. And these ones right here were more than half of that price. I don't only love these for that price, they're also very nice and high quality. It hides a bunch of the clutter that we previously had in here, and also the color palette fits perfectly for what I was going for. Then next up, there's the rug, which was about $300. I think this is a pretty fair price for how big it is, but specifically why I love this rug is just how much it lightens up the room. Obviously, before we had kind of a dark red burgundy, so this rug was a great way to bring the light up in the room, as well as the addition of the green linen curtains I got back here. I think it really just helped bring this room together. Of course, there's a ton more pickups that I really love with this room, but finally, the last one I'd recommend for you guys is lighting. And this isn't just one light, one lamp. I'm talking about all the lights that I have that have really brought this room together. Of course, we have a bunch of Govee balls, the strips behind the TV, the addition of these puck lights, a few lamps, and even a sunset lamp. Guys, at nighttime, the cozy level in here is off the charts. The vibe in here is honestly something that I never thought I'd even be able to pull off. Now guys, these have to easily be my top upgrades that I recommend to anyone looking for the most impact without breaking the bank at the same time. Now guys, it's time to talk numbers, and all in, including every little detail that I've gotten here, I've spent just about $4,900 Canadian, which for a lot of people, they'll probably faint at that number. But just to put that into perspective, some people spend $5K on like literally their couch alone. So for the price of a couch, I'm very happy with how this living room turned out, especially considering I don't think it looks like a budget or cheap living room. I'm very happy with how everything turned out. And with that, guys, this space is finally completed. It took me a lot more months than I would have expected, but it's finally done. And if you guys watched part 1, I hope you enjoyed this little mini series that I made for you guys. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like and a comment, just letting me know what your favorite upgrade is. That actually helps these videos out a ton. And of course, I've been already reading your guys' comments and try to get back to as many as possible, which has been tough. But I've been seeing that you guys want an updated hair routine, more room updates, vlogs, a whole bunch of other stuff, and I have been working on that content behind the scenes, so hopefully I'll be able to get that out for you guys soon. The ones that have stuck around and been patient with me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. But guys, until next time, I do hope that you have a great day, and peace.